Hey folks, it's Brian. I'm back. It's best day of the week. It's new comic book day, and yeah, I kind of skipped last week. Just don't know why. I just lost interest for a little bit. Um, so, anyways, I had a stack of new comics, and they're right here. And Magneto, blah blah blah. But I'm not going to talk about those today at all because one, I haven't read them. And two, the only thing better than New Comic Book Day is Old Comic Book Day. And I'm going to start Old Comic Book Day off with Amazing Spider-Man number 54. Yep. So my Craigslist videos, because I've bought books from that guy before, he's finally consolidated. He's been telling me he's going to, get all of his comic books all in one spot, sort through all of his shit and put the stuff that he wants to keep for his collection, and get rid of all the rest of it. Well, he's done that. But what he did was he took them all and put them in one big fucking collection. So when I went to his place to, he sent me an email, invited me over to take a look at everything else and pick what I, go through his stuff and pick out some stuff. But the thing is, he put them all in the same boxes in the same collection. He didn't actually separate what he wants to keep from what he wants to sell. So it's kind of heartbreaking to be flipping through some of these books and be like, yeah, I want to keep that one. I want to keep that one. For the most part, I was cool with it, because it's his collection. He keeps what he wants, doesn't have to sell anything. So, anyways, he's got a lot of cool stuff, a lot of good stuff. But, anyways, we're going to go back to Amazing Spider-Man 54. Now, a lot of these books aren't, these lower Silver Age ones that I picked up, they're not in the best shape. They're probably goods to, low goods to low very goods for some of the Silver Age books, like this one. Some water damage down here, spine stress, all that shit. But look, I've got a couple of Silver Age Spider-Mans, but really not that many. My Silver Age collection is not that big. I've got I think I've got an Iron Man number 2. I've got some Tales of something or other. The Captain America, Iron Man, Tales of Suspense. That's it. I've got 5 or 6 of those. I've been working on Avengers over the last year, so I've got quite a few of those. But yeah, this is the oldest Spider-Man I think I have. So it's a cool start to that, and it'll be a nice placeholder until I can, until I save the money and go shopping for some much better stuff after I, I'm done heartily working on my Avengers run. So that's 54. There it is. And from 54, we're going to go to this really cool cover, in my opinion, of 55 with Doc Ock. Now, again, these books, this book's not in super shape. The covers, if you look, holy shit, I can't see it. Okay, we'll see here. See the staple? Looks like crap, huh? But, it's still attached, but it is loose. And it kind of slides a little bit. Funny part is I know the taste. It doesn't even look like there's a staple at all on the bottom part, but it's there. I've seen it holding the book. Anyway, yeah, some little jackass kid back in the 60s. Colored in the S. What a douche. I bet that kid's hating himself right now. Anyway, Amazing Spider-Man 55. And Amazing Spider-Man 56. Now, I'm pretty certain that I've read all of these already in Marvel Tales, but I'd rather have a shitty copy like this any day over a fucking 10 of the reprint in Marvel Tales. Yeah, that's just how I feel about that. Now we got Amazing Spider-Man 61, and it looks like Gwen and Captain Stacy are about to get boiled. I know I haven't read this one, so don't spoil it for me. 62. It's Medusa. We all know that. I'm certain I haven't read that. I'm pretty sure I have read this next story though. It's Wings in the Night. That's right. It's the Vulture and his buddy. But yeah, I'm really excited about a lot of these books. This next one is in terrible shape. It's 64. You see, it looks like somebody had a nice tape pull or something right there, big one. This is all rippled with probably water damage, but I mean, I'm gonna enjoy reading it, and it's gonna hold a spot in my collection until I get a better book. Now, he had a lot of these ones are. These are only the only reason I got these was that he let go of these is because he had doubles of them, and so he let me take these ones, or let me have these ones. And for the most part, the ones that he kept, his other one, his better copy, they're in better shape, but not a whole lot better. So it's not like he was just picking and choosing. But I mean, obviously, you let you don't argue about stupid stuff like that. So anyways, 68, Crisis on Campus. So Spidey swinging around there. And I think I've probably mentioned this before, but one of my favorite things about any of these old Marvel covers is the price box here. I just think it's awesome. I always have. This next cover is one of. I've never actually seen this book before. I've seen pictures of the cover, and I always thought it was really cool. Kind of reminds me of that Batman and Robin where they're in the spotlight, because it's number 70 and Spider-Man is in spotlight with the Joe Law there getting ready to take him in. I guess I don't know. Good luck. Now this next one is one of my favorite characters from when McFarlane was drawing Spider-Man. Guess he was a villain at one time, was sort of a good guy for a little while, but he had this cape and it was purple, and McFarlane and capes is fucking crazy, right? So it's the Prowler. Now he did have the first appearance of the Prowler. I don't remember what number it is off the top of my head, but he only had one of those, and so he wouldn't let it go. I wish he had. In fact, he had the first appearance and probably like second appearance too. But again, he only had one of each of those, so I had to settle for 79 because it's the only one he had two of. Next up is 81, and it's Kangaroo, and honestly, lame character, but whatever. 83. I have no idea who's on the cover of this with him, but yeah. It's the Schemer, apparently. I don't know who that is. I'll have to read this. I'll have to read them all because, well, they're Amazing Spider-Man, and Amazing Spider-Man is amazing because it says so on the cover. 87. Now, like I said, man, none of these are in high grade. They're all like mid to, they're all mid-grade copies. But like I said, I'm really excited to have them. Next up, we have 95. For a second, I thought that was Jonah down there getting thumped, but it's not. But anyway, Amazing Spider-Man 95. Then up, Amazing Spider-Man 96. Yay, Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 99. Now, here it's in slightly better condition, but not, still not super high grade, or not even mid high grade. Probably, slightly above average. Probably low sixes or low fives or high fives. High fives, yay! Spider-Man 107. I like it. Spider-Man 106. No, I'm sorry, I'm retarded. 108. My bad. Now, this is, when they went and switched to this bar, and I mean, they kind of got Spider-Man still hanging out, but they got rid of that box that I like so much. I don't know why a simple box can be so cool, but I think it was on these books. Amazing Spider-Man 112. He's like, oh no, you suckers are on your own. So we'll see what happens there. 114. I think this is one of those books. I was not aware of this, but the guy that I bought these off of told me that back in the day when you had a subscription to Marvel anyways, that when they mailed it to you, that they folded the book in half. And so you can feel there's a rid like right here. It's straight down the center of the book. You can feel it where it's been folded. And I'm like, really? Really, Marvel? You couldn't come up with a better fucking solution than that? 117. 120, and that's gonna do it for my Amazing Spider-Man run from that guy for now. Yeah, I told him he says he's got a couple other people looking into his books, but I asked him, I said, you know what, instead of me looking through everything, can you just go through, pull out what you don't want, and let me know what you want to sell, and I'd possibly be interested in purchasing the rest of your collection. And this was like 2 days ago, so I haven't heard back from him yet about that. I'm hoping he'll go for it because he's been really fair with the prices on these books. Together we looked at them when we agreed on a grade, and then we went to the Overstreet and knocked like 30% off of that price guide price. So I mean, come on, if you got these on eBay or you went to a shop or even a show, you're not likely to get a deal like that. So I'm really happy about it. Now, next up, oh shoot, where did I put them? Oh, there it is. One second, I gotta grab another book and stick it in a stack before I start showing them off. Okay. Now, remember, I've been diligently working on my Avengers run for the last year or so. Well, today, not today, but I think it was Monday I went over. Monday, I put a giant dent in my Avengers run hole. Whatever. It doesn't matter, man. I'm filling that fucking hole in. So anyways, I got Avengers 41. And again, these lower Silver Age books, lower number Silver Age books are not in the best of shape. But, because I mean, look, you got just giant, there's a giant crease here. But I don't really care. It's, Avengers, fighting Dragon Man. Can't get much better than that. This next book is a book that I've been trying to get for a while now. I haven't been trying too hard because the price on this book is up there. I even went so far as to I got in this little bidding war near the end of an auction on eBay, and I got beat out by like half a second. I kept clicking it up as quickly as I could, but I got beat out by $5. My bid was $260 for the book, and it was a high grade book according to the auction. So I wish I'd won it, but at the same time, I'm not really heartbroken that I didn't because it may or may not have been a high grade copy. Anyway, I got Avengers 55, and you all know this is the first appearance of Ultron. Now, like I said, it's pretty low. It's obviously not white anymore. It's got what appears to be like some water spots. They're not water spots. It's more like stains of some sort. There's a crease that runs from here down to like here. Wait, am I going right with it? Yeah, this crease runs like this. But all in all, it's not. I mean, it's not a horrible copy of the book. And like I said, we went to the price guide together, and it's like knocked off. Like I probably got it for less than $15, and I'm really, really happy with it. I just have to read it. But again, I think this is like they did with all the cliffhangers. I think Ultron's probably in the last page, last panel. I haven't looked at it yet. Now, up next is Avengers 86. I haven't even looked through the price guide yet to see what significance or what may have happened in these books that was significant, but that's fine. I'll figure it out. But again, lower grade copy, just big old crease here, another crease here. But I'm really happy to have like Avengers is one of my favorite comics. Definitely, probably I would say Avengers is probably my favorite comic book team, even over the X-Men. Even though like I'm a huge X-Men fan, but this I don't know. I just really like the Avengers a lot too. But again, Avengers 86. Now we're gonna bump it up a little bit to 96. His Vision beating another robot, I guess. 104. 107. 112. 120. 121. It's a cool cover on 122. Like everybody's busting through there to whoop some ass. It's a final fight or whatever. Anyway, this and really from kind of this point on with my Avengers books, most of them are probably in, fine. Some are in very fine maybe, but most of them are at least fine or better. Yeah, 122, 123, 124. It looks like they're fighting a Godzilla reject there. Like he wasn't good enough to make it in Godzilla, so they throw him in the Avengers. There was some weird stuff going on in the Avengers in the 70s, like that right there. And when they went to Wendigo Mountain, and after that they got in a fight with those that Shogun Warrior knockoff kind of thing. It was really weird. Next up is 126 with Claw, and you see this nonsense here. It's gold writing. Apparently it was autographed by Dave Cockrum. Great. Even if it's not him, I'm still happy to have the comic book. 127. 128. Like I said, there's a big hole in my Avengers getting taken care of here. I love this cover with Kang on it, 129. Looking forward to reading 130. Excuse me. It's freaking 11 o'clock. Yeah. And you know what? I don't think any of these books I've noticed so far have a date stamp on them, so that's fortuitous right there, in my opinion, because it's pretty prevalent. Anyway, 130. And like I said, something weird Marvel in the 70s is like Frankenstein. He appeared in your 131, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what Frankenstein's doing there, but I'm gonna read it and find out. And 132, he's still there. 133. Yeah, good work. Good work. 134. I don't have 135. Sorry. 136, the Beast. 137, another Beast cover. 138, you get to see the Beast rear end right there. Make some people happy. 139. Yep. Old Whirlwind there, still in love with Janet. Sorry, Janet. 140. Ooh, this one's pretty cool. I can't wait to get into this. It's 141, Squadron Sinister. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Squadron Supreme and when they first made their appearance, or I think it was actually in lower back in the 60s than the 70s, but this is a really nice cover. Yeah. Excuse me, folks. 142. 143. 144. First appearance. No, not first appearance, but it's a Hellcat. And Hellcat is, as we all know, Patsy Walker. And I learned this the other day because when I was at work, just goofing off, I was looking at the wall books, and I noticed a Patsy and her pals, and I was just made a joke about it. And it turns out that Patsy from the romance books back in the 60s and 50s and maybe even 40s, that Patsy, who's in those romance character comics, models and stuff, is actually Patsy Walker. I think she's one of the only ones that made that only characters that made the transition from those old romance books that they did before Marvel into the Marvel universe as a superheroine. So that's pretty cool. 146. Hyperion, whooping some ass on 148 because I don't have 147. Thor in 149 beating Orca. I think that's his name. Yep, the killer whale. Pretty cool. And that, folks, isn't even half of my Avengers haul. So there's more. 150. I'm so happy about this too. And I don't understand like how they did their price. Like it's all different. This isn't a new. This is a newsstand issue, but like 25 goes from they go from a small price box like that to a big fat square one like this for a month, and then on 151 they're back to that, but it's also a nickel more, bastards. And they probably made the comic book smaller too. That's a Kirby cover too, so that's pretty cool. Not sure, but I think the inside might be a Byrne book. 152, 153, 154. Now we're really getting into the 70s stuff where I'm not a huge fan of some of the stuff in the 70s of the Avengers. Maybe because when I was born in 74, and when I was a little kid, I fucking hated those plaid pants my mom would dress me in and stuff like that. And the bell bottoms and all that silly shit. So, yeah, maybe I dislike some of the 70s stuff because they dressed people awfully weird then. Here's 155. Next, this is a good cover. It's 156. Captain America saving the Wasp. Not the Wasp, but Scarlet Witch. See, folks, I'm tired. 157. And yeah, a lot of these books are in pretty good shape. Again, I think Kirby was doing covers then, mostly doing covers at this time for as far as the Avengers go, because a lot of this looks like Kirby-esque stuff, or maybe somebody was just trying to channel Kirby. I'm not sure. This book's not so great. It's got a tear from there down, and it's 159. But you know what? I think for these Avengers books that are mostly in the 70s, I think I ended up paying $2, or actually I think it was less than $2 a piece for them, because there's more than 60 Avengers books here, and I paid $120 for all of them, including the Silver Age ones. So 160. Grim Reaper trying to get his revenge on his brothers. Yes. And I call the Vision his brother because his brain his programming is based on Wonder Man's brain patterns. 162. Ultron's back again. 163. And don't do it, Shellhead. Stop. No, I'm going to kill Hercules and all his fellow champions or die trying. That seems to me like the champions and defenders and stuff was just kind of a place to throw the rejected X-Men, like, Iceman and Angel for a while. Anyways, 163. Those books are pretty good. I don't have any Champions books, but I've got some Defenders books that are pretty good. And don't mean to make light of them because they are pretty good books. 164. 165. Oh shit. Behold the Guardians of the Galaxy. Just in time for the movie. 167. Actually, you know what? I would have bought this book anyways, even if it didn't have them. 168. 169. 170. This next one's a really nice cover. It's a Perez cover. It's 171. He always did a good job with the Scarlet Witch. 172. This isn't the one I was thinking of, but this is a pretty cool Hawkeye cover. Anyways, 172. Now we're getting to be captured by the collector in 174. 175 and 175. Yeah, I know I bought 2 of them, but I like the cover. And he had like 3 or 4 of them, so I was like, yeah, I'll take those for him, yeah. Alright, this is my last stack for the Avengers. 178. The Beast. The Beast. 179. 180. 181. And this is my 3rd copy of this book that I've gotten in the last few months. And the reason I picked this one up is because it is in much better shape than the other 2. So, I got it. And I'll probably get rid of the other 2. 182. The funny thing is you know, this book has picked up steam because of the first appearance of Scott Lang, who's, you know, the new, gonna be the Ant-Man movie. Honestly, I don't think he's in more than 3 panels, and he's like a background character who just installed some. I think he just installed some. You know, he's working on installing a security system, and I think Hawkeye came in and tied him up. No, I don't think that was it. No, it wasn't this one. Anyway, somebody who's, I think it was Hawkeye running his mouth to him, you know, giving him a hard time about something, and so I think he had like 3 lines in the whole comic. So it's not even like you know, he was in the last page, last panel because he's gonna fill up the next issue with ass whoopings. No, he was like a background guy. He was, don't even know how or why he became important. 182. This next one is awesome because it's Jarvis vacuuming on 201. 203. Now he did have there's a book missing in here between like 170 something and whatever I am now, and it's, I don't remember the number, but he wouldn't let it go because it's like Thanos is on the cover. It's one of those ones, a big cover of Thanos, and I need it for my collection, but yeah, he didn't want to let it go, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'll just look for it later. 209. 215. 216. 221. 225. 230. 231. 231. And annual number 2. This one is it's kind of, you know, low grade, but I don't mind. Annual number 9. Now that does it for most of my haul. I've got a little bit more stuff here. I got this stack of warning here. No, wrong stack. It's this stack. So anyway, so this is kind of a public service announcement to you folks out there. Mostly not to you guys who collect comic books, or girls who collect comic books. It's to your spouses who probably don't appreciate you collecting comic books as much as they should, and who may be in the background right now while you're watching this video. And this video is to them. If anything should happen between you and your spouse, and for some reason they leave the comic books at your house, and you want to exact revenge by selling their comic book collection, don't store the comic books in the fucking shed. And this is why. So, yeah, the guy I bought these from, I got this stack right here for next to nothing compared to what it's worth. Oh, compared to what it was worth. I got like $10. I got this stack of comics right here, and they're all Silver Age. And the reason I got them for $10 is, so he bought a collection off of a woman, and the collection belonged to her ex-husband. And apparently, she really hated her ex-husband at this point in time, and she had taken the comic, and she knew what the comics were. She had a really good idea what the comics were worth from the story that he told me. So, but she took the comics and she put them in her shed for like 3 months, and there are rodents in people's sheds, and the rodents did a number on some of these books, like really bad. So, like I've got Strange Tales, number 140, but it looks pretty good, except for right here. Those little mice or rats. See, they got after this book, like right here. And the only reason I picked, and like he had a pretty good sized box that were rodent chewed and gnawed and just screwed with. And so, like, and it was breaking my heart as I was looking through that box, because some of these books are really nice shape, except for the mouse teeth, and like nice cover gloss, everything, everything you'd want in a Silver Age book. But yeah, so some of them were really bad though. I'm super chewed up. But so I was, as I was looking through, and like some of them, as I was looking through, my arm would be blocking the spot that was chewed on, and I grab the book and I pull it out and be like, oh, and like see this big fucking gnawed mark, and I'd be like, oh man. I have Strange Tales number 156. Again, not a horrible copy, this nonsense going on. But then you have that going on the corner, and that you can't. Look at this. Oh man, look at those little fucking mice had a field day with this book. I mean, they just destroyed it. But anyway, so I went through and I picked out ones that weren't, where the chewing didn't really, it's not going to affect you're going to have all of the panel, all of the page, except for the edges. So you can still read the book, you can still get the story out of it, and you can still enjoy the book. I mean, honestly, it shouldn't really matter, but, there. Sorry, now maybe we can see a little bit better. Yeah, now you can see the chewing. My bad on that, folks. I don't know why I let it get dark like that. But anyway, I picked out ones that you can still read the story on, because, and these are purely to read the story and all that. So I've got Tales to Astonish, number 95. Go, 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 Hulk. And go, go, Hulk Mouse, and chew up that book right there. But you know what? That's not even the bad part. The bad part is this corner. Look at that. I hope they had a nice nest built with this. It's kind of funny. Only reason I think it's funny is because, like I said, I paid $10 for this pile of rat gnawed on comics. Like Avengers number 40. Nice book, right? Not so much. It's not horrible, but like I said, I can still read it and still enjoy it. And I'll enjoy it more than 44, because, they really got into 44. People, do not put your comics in the shed, because Avengers King Size Special number 1, this is, when this isn't in the bag, it's a shiny. It's got a lot of gloss. And look at this corner right here. Look how sharp that. It's not perfectly sharp, but for a book from like '67 and a fat, thick book like this, that corner's pretty nice. But that one's not. You see, don't put your comic books in a shed. Don't do it, because the only thing that's worse is if you enter Doctor Doom in Avengers or Fantastic Four 57, and it looks awesome. See how awesome this looks? Look at this. It's fucking beautiful, right? Until you get down here, where this little bastard chewed on it. And I have 59. And look at this corner. It's not horrible, is it? But this one is. But again, like I said, man, I'm still, you know what? For $10, I will buy these comic books all fucking day, because they're great Silver Age books. You still get all the cover, or you still get all the story, and yeah, you can just leave these laying around and let the kids read them or whatever. You don't have to be like holding your breath because they're going to destroy the book because, well, okay, Mickey Mouse already did. Tales of Suspense, 83. Not a bad book. And even, with a little bit of, Captain America missing his head up in that right-hand corner, I'm still getting all the story, and that's what's important sometimes. 84. I actually think I already have this book. But even with this book might still be in better shape than the other copy that I have. Because the other one I've got is pretty beaten up. Probably a very, very low good condition. And if you like Daredevil didn't escape the wrath of the mice either. But it's not as bad as some of the other books. And this is the very first Daredevil book that I've owned. It's this old. And I own very, very, very few Daredevil books. Because it's one of those books that just wasn't, on the newsstand out in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. So, let's see. This one's really not too bad from the mice, but it does have some spine roll that irritates me. It's 23, Daredevil 23. And who knows, maybe this will inspire me to, start collecting some of the older Daredevil books. Then I have, trying to see where, oh, here it is, 32. See, like, here in 32, like, they barely got this corner. I mean, but you know what? It's fine with me. X-Men number 31. This is the oldest X-Men comic book that I own. And it's not horrible. I mean, if you don't mind. Yeah. See that? Ladies, I'm telling you, if you're going to sell your husband's comic books, don't fucking store them in the shed. Because Amazing Spider-Man 42 will end up like that. Other than that, great book. And 43. 43 is great. I mean, it's awesome. I love this comic book. Oh, shit, look at that. Oh, man. Do you like Kraven the Hunter? Do you like him in issue 47? Because, well, this mess up here, I don't know what caused this, but I do know what caused this. Oh, man. I really like this next cover. It's Amazing Spider-Man 72. This is one of my favorite covers from Spider-Man. Except for that. But oh well. This is the only Iron Man book that I got from the whole bunch. And it's number 11. And it's, the Mandarin's in it. Yeah, you can see it. Like, this one does get into the story a little bit. Not too much. They got some of the panels chewed up in there, but it's really not that bad. Thor number 143. We got that corner a little bit, and I got that one a lot of it. But it's still a great cover. See? And this is the last book that was that I bought that was chewed up by mice. And it's Thor 137. And they got this one pretty good in the top corner there. But, again, don't put your comic books in the shed. It doesn't matter what they're in. Mice can definitely get to them. So, I'm probably going to do another comic book, or probably going to do another haul video for new comic books. After I read my new ones this week. I haven't read anything this week. Not even these ones yet, just because I was Monday. So after I went and did this deal on Monday, I went to work at 8 o'clock to do inventory, and I didn't get done until I didn't get off work until 12:30 the next day. So Tuesday was kind of a waste because I went home. I came home. I sat on the couch and I passed out for about 3 hours, and then I woke up, but I was still exhausted. My eyeballs are itchy and all that shit. So, I had the dumb I couldn't brain all day, so I didn't do any reading or anything. I just rebagged some of these. So that's another thing that I do. Every time I buy every time I buy comic books from anywhere, anybody, whatever, the very first thing I do is I put them in new bags and boards, just because I don't know how long they've been in somebody else's bags and boards. And not only that, but a lot of times when you get comic books from a collection, they're the bags and boards like nasty. Your hands are filthy when you're done. But yeah, so then today I went to work and I did my eBay business there for the store. You know, shipping stuff out and listing new items. It's mostly variant covers from last week I put up this week. So basically, the way we do our variant pricing is I get whatever didn't sell in the store from the previous week, and I look for that cover on eBay, and I look for the lowest price that it sold for on eBay, and then I put it up there for $1 less than the lowest price that it went to somebody else for. Yeah, so like you can get some. I don't know. We put up some pretty good, some nice variant covers that go for, you know, $1 less than anybody else's. So there's that. And then I came home today and just kind of finished rebagging the Avengers and Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm so happy with this Avengers haul because it's putting a huge dent in, or it's filling in a lot of my run. I'm probably going to, from now on, as far as Avengers go, I'm probably going to pick individual books off of eBay and anywhere else I go to fill in as much as I can. Now, I'm probably not going to hit much in the low teens and 20 and below because they're kind of, you know, they're pricey. Even the low grade copies are pretty pricey, so I'm probably not going to put much effort into that. But I am going to put some effort in to find some decent higher grade copies of, you know, Silver Age Avengers books. And who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and find an Avengers 1 or number 4 for like really cheap. So anyways, folks, if you've watched this long, holy shit, 42 minutes. If you've watched this long, thank you. I want to say thank you to Tim. He bought the... I had some, one of my sale videos was for Teen Titans, the new Teen Titans, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I had a couple of runs of those. So he bought those from me, and in his last video he mentioned that he bought them and just held up the box. So, I don't know, he said he might do a video on them. If he does a video, great. If he doesn't do a video, great. But only thing that really concerns me is that he's happy with the books. So, Tim, I hope you're happy with those books. I did my best to show you what they look like on here so that you knew what you were buying. Man, suddenly I'm getting all white. There, that's a little better. So anyway, yeah, so Tim, I really hope you're happy with those books. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night. Goodbye.